Today I'm going to talk to you about connecting the unconnected. What does that mean? Can I ask everybody in the room to put their hands up if they have a smartphone, laptop or an iPad? Everybody? So we're probably talking about 100%, yeah? Okay, good. So this is our organisation. As I say, I work for Wheatley Group Limited, so I work for the parent of the organisation, and then we have all our different organisations underneath. So across Central Belt of Scotland we have almost 100,000 customers that we deal with. So I asked you the question about who is online and who has access to a smartphone, an iPad, a laptop, and almost everybody within the room put their hand up. Back in 2013, when we started a study that I'm going to tell you a wee bit more about, we had 37% of our total customer base who were online, so the other 63% were not able to get access to the internet. As we move into 2014, we do a customer satisfaction survey every year, and we ask about digital and how many people are actually able to get access online, and we can see that it's starting to increase on a year-by-year basis. But you can see that it's a very small number, so if you were to put that across each year, it's only going to increase by about 6% every year, so it's going to take a long time for us to help our tenants to get online. You can see that the Scottish average for social housing tenants is 55%, so that means that 65% of social tenants within Scotland are online and they're unable to realise the benefits that many of us see about being online every day. So we have 3 connected projects that we're kind of working on at the moment that kind of brings everything together for digital services for our organisation but also for our tenants. The first one that we've currently developed is an online platform. We've just recently developed our new customer relationship management system in-house that our staff use, and we're currently developing services that will allow our customers to be able to do that themselves online at a place and at a time that's convenient for them without having to go into an office, without having to go into a shop, without having to pick up the phone. You can do it all themselves online. We're looking at handheld technology for staff, so our staff, a lot of our housing officers go out and visit homes, so what happens a lot of the time is they have to write notes and then they have to go back to the office and have to then put those notes that they took at that time into the computer or whatever systems that we use, so there's a lot of duplication of work. So we try and look at handheld technology so they can do that at the time that when they're there with the customer and really spend valuable time with more of their customers. Digital connectivity for customers, we're going to talk a wee bit more about that later on, how we're helping our tenants to get online. We're doing it in a number of different ways, trying to help them get online at home and through a number of different learning centres across Glasgow and further afield. So our most successful activities to help our customers to get online. We embarked on a project back in 2013, which is now an award-winning study, where we have taken the internet, a Wi-Fi solution, up through a multi-storey blocks of 23 floors and invited 138 families to work with us over a year period and provided them with free internet access for the full year to help them to realise the benefits about being online. And we looked at a study, so we interviewed them at the beginning, we interviewed them in the middle, and then we also interviewed them again at the end. So we have a network of 26 learning centres across Glasgow, so they reach right across Glasgow and they're right in the hearts of our communities, and what they do is they allow people to drop in at any time and use a computer access. There's PCs available. They work in conjunction with Glasgow Kelvin College, so people can go and learn, and there's a whole lifelong learning, and they can drop in and learn about anything they want, basic digital skills, applying for jobs, social media, digital photography, lots of different things, and it helps them to enrich their lives and really start to learn new things. So we have them right across Glasgow. One of the most innovative things that we've done in-house with our services is our customers used to have to fill out an application form to be able to apply for a house. They had to then go on a waiting list. Sometimes our customers were waiting 20 years just to get a house. So now we have a choice-based letting system, and we had a real concern about how people were going to be able to do that because we knew that a lot of our customers went online, but we drove it as an online service, so people go on, they register, they put a note of interest in a property that they're interested in, and based on their needs, the person who has the specific need for that home that's available would get that. That's all done online, and we noticed it straight away that if there is a need, people will go to the service that you need to choose. So it was all done online, and within the first week, 20,000 people registered to use that new service. We have increased engagement through Facebook and Twitter. Our main organisation, GHA, has over 10,000 likes on Facebook, and our customers continuously communicate with us through that channel. Also through Unconnected, which is the project I work on, we have a strong customer base from the study that we use. We have 100 people. The study is for 138 homes, and we communicate with them on a regular basis. It's a choice of communication that we wanted to use rather than writing to them. It's a digital project, so we wanted to try and do everything online. We work with a lot of outreach initiatives, so One Parent Families Scotland. We worked with a pilot there to help take digital skills, but also using our facilities so that when they were given that outreach support, same thing as our housing officers, rather than having to go back to the office and duplicate work, they were able to use the Wi-Fi, able to use the facilities that we provided, and able to do all of that work there and then with their clients rather than having to do it when they go back to the office. And that helps to speed up the process, and they're able to help process any claims, etc. that people have, and that works really, really well. So what is our digital vision? We have a vision where we want our customers to have affordable internet access within their homes, and we're aiming to work with the Scottish Government to do that at £1 per week. That's not the same as what you're going to get from Sky, it's not going to be the same as what you get from Virgin. It's going to be able to allow them to do those basic things such as apply for jobs. We all know that most of our jobs are online. It's also to help them to claim for any benefits that they need to get from Social Security, because that is a big core part of our customer base. Our staff, we want all of our staff to be digitally enabled as well as our customers. There's a digital charter for Scotland, and Wheatley Group have signed up to that. And what that means is that all of our staff will be digitally enabled by having the basic digital skills that are required to be a part of that charter. We want all of our services to be digitally accessible for not just our customers, our suppliers, and also any partners that we work with. And we also want to provide our customers with real mature online services, which we're currently developing at the moment. Our digital strategy is really, really simple. We have a strategy that's quite in depth, but it covers 4 main areas: participation, assisted digital, connectivity and engagement. Participation is about getting people involved. Assisted digital is, we know that a lot of our customers have never been online, so we need to help them with that, and we do that with Glasgow College to provide the support to provide them with those basic digital skills. Connectivity, not all of our homes are built. Some of them were built many, many years ago, so they're not capable of getting internet access as easy as some other homes, so we have to look at the infrastructure for that. And then there's engagement. We have a very difficult customer base that we need to engage with. We have people who live very chaotic lifestyles, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, mental health. We have all of these challenges that we need to face, so we have to try and engage with all of them, because sometimes these are the people that really need your help, particularly for online services. We've found that it helps them to feel less isolated, which is, a major impact on our customer base. So demonstrating the digital study, this is a study that we did out in the west of the city. We took it into a multi-storey and provided 138 families with free internet access for 12-month periods. We want the Wi-Fi solution that we put in, we want to be able to try and replicate that right across the sector, so not just for Wheatley Group, all housing associations within Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland all face the same challenges, so we want to be able to say what we are doing, we want to pull everybody together and try and replicate it right across the board. So we talked about the measured outcomes, we interviewed them at the beginning, the middle and at the end, and we'll talk a wee bit more about that in the next few slides. Within that particular project, we also recognised that some of these people had never been online and we needed to help them with that. So on a weekly basis we have a tutor programme that is a drop-in session that they can go in, take the device along and just say I need some help with whatever it is they need help with. It's not structured, it's flexible, because we tried a structured approach to begin with. People don't respond to that, they want to go when they feel that they need the help for what they need the help with. The study's been extended to August 2015 with different outcomes. The outcomes that we're looking at this year is we're developing our online services, so we're going to ask those customers to do our user acceptance testing, which is probably very, very unique. Normally we do your user acceptance testing in-house within your business, but we're going to actually ask real customers to help us with that and help us with that journey and make sure that it's right. So we'll go over some of the interim interview results. This is one of the families that was involved. This young lady was studying to be a nurse, and what she was having to do, she was having to take her children to the library when she was doing her studying, which you can imagine isn't the ideal environment for children. They have to be quiet, they have to be there for a number of hours so that their mum could study. She got internet at home, she was then able to stay at home with her children, she didn't have to go out and she didn't have to take them out on cold nights, dark nights, she was able to do all of that from the comfort of her own home. So this is some of the stuff that our tenants were telling us. So you can see from the top there that just under 2/3 of the residents didn't have access. So we're talking maybe about 33% of our customers within that block were online. So it's a massive difference from the 55% for Scotland as a whole. So these are some of the things that they're saying to us. You can talk to the brother, keep in touch. Online shopping, saved money through their electricity bills. They're able to make all those switches that are available to customers online. There's also things such as being able to stream movies is not good enough. As I said, it's not Sky, it's not Virgin, it's for the basic stuff. However, this lets us look ahead to say what do our customers want? They want the same things as what we take for granted when we use internet access. So you can see from the yellow line and the blue line that there's been an increase of activity. There's more people going online every day than there was at the beginning of the study. Now, research tells us that young single males are normally the most difficult to reach, and we can see from our study that 81% of them are young single males, which is fantastic. It kind of goes against what research says. One of the main concerns that we had as a social landlord was making sure that our customers were safe. So right at the very beginning, only 1/3 of them said that they felt safe. So now, halfway through the study, there was almost 72% of them saying that they felt safe online, and in the final results, almost all of them have said that they now feel safe online because it's everyday business for them. They're just used to using the internet now. So we then also asked, money is quite tight for a lot of our tenants. A lot of them are on benefits, so they're not getting as much money as the rest of the country. So we asked some of them, are you saving money? 37% of them said yes, so almost 1/3 said they were. And you can see here that the mean savings across that 1/3 of customers was £187 within 6 months. Doesn't sound a lot, but to our tenants that's quite a lot of money. And when we looked at all the detail, the highest amount that someone had saved over the 6 months was £300. So that the normal research says that if you have internet access at home, you are likely to save about £556 a year by looking at the best travel, the best shopping, the best offers, and getting all those different things. A lot of our customers don't get to experience that because they're not online. So we can see at the top, almost half of them said it was from food, so that was going for shopping, saving on travel to the shop, all that sort of stuff. So they were able to do that. We then also asked them, would you be willing to pay for an internet connection? And a lot of them said that they would be, but then there is also the challenge that a lot of them said that they would find it difficult to pay for that. So that's where the real challenge comes from, is about affordability. It's a great facility to have, but I can't afford to have it, so we need to try and overcome that barrier, and that's what we're working with the Scottish Government on quite a lot. So this is our online services. We're currently developing these. This is kind of a prototype of what our customers were able to see and do. Up until now, our customers have never been able to see anything about their accounts online. They can do things, but they don't see what the results are. They don't see, anything about their accounts. It's often sent somewhere, and someone has to pick it up and do something with it and phone the customer back. As a business, that's not valuable. It's up to us to make sure that we provide those services that are quick, slick, and our customers see the benefits of doing it. And then it doesn't have someone at the other end that has to pick up the piece of work, it just does it all itself. So how getting online changes lives. So we worked quite closely with the Scottish Government for the project and British Telecom. And then what we've done is we worked with a different organisation of the government, which is called Digital Scotland. And we picked 6 of our families to tell their stories of how being online has changed their lives. So the next video that I'm going to show you is of a 74-year-old lady who had never been online before. And I want you to listen to some of the stuff that she says about being online and the difference that it's made. And there's some really, really powerful stuff from a 74-year-old who's never been online before. But it's about the difference to her life it's made, not about the convenience, it's about the difference and the isolation and stuff like that. So I will let Dorothy tell you her story.
I've always been curious, and I've always tried to take a class of some sort through the years, teaching me how to do something again. and concentrating my mind more, because I felt I was kind of going to sleep. And I thought, I'll give the computers a try. Well, for my age group, it's the online shopping and emails, because if you can't go over the door, you can at least arrange it to come. I'll use it when I need it, and I'll use it when I want to. And I would say twice a week anyway, unless it's really something special. So I've now gone on to showing me how to do online shopping, which I was thinking about anyway, and just going on the internet, finding out what the world's like, and which I'm thoroughly enjoying. And I've got an inquisitive mind, which I think helps. So anything I haven't tried out yet, watch out. I'll be doing. I've always been too old for everything, or too late for something, but this seems to have been something that I just walked in at the right time, and it happened. I felt like Alice in Wonderland going through the hole, and I kept waiting for someone to say, "You're too old, go away, get across." It didn't. So I'm still here. The first 2 or 3 weeks, I think I was dusting off part of my brain that I hadn't been quite used to for a while. So if you can get past that bit, and you can suddenly realise that you've actually done it right, no matter how small. Well, I would say, forget your age. If you're interested enough to want to try, do it. And don't get disheartened when you go offline, or something doesn't work, or something happens that's to hold you back. Because the worst thing you could do is step back from it once you've started. It's taken me right out of feeling so depressed. I was getting so depressed and kind of lost, and stopped that. And if I can get as cocky as some do on the computer, I'll be all right. I feel it's opened the world for me a bit more. I don't possess a passport, so I'm not likely to go anywhere. And it's helped me a lot. Helped my memory to improve a bit anyway. It's just such an interesting tool to use once you get used to it. I'm really happy I've done it, you know. There's really no other way to describe that.
So quite a powerful story from a 74-year-old. When Dorothy first presented herself to us to be part of the project, she didn't have any confidence, she didn't think it was the right thing for her, but there you can see from the story how different that has made her life. Talking about that it got her out of a depressed state, she was always being told that she was too old, and we've helped her to overcome all of those barriers, but we've also let other people see that age shouldn't be a barrier, your gender shouldn't be a barrier, disability shouldn't be a barrier, and we want everybody that, you know, as one of our tenants to be able to have the benefits about being online. So I hope you take something away from that story and how, you know, being online can really, really help people. And if you have a gran or a granddad who has that, you know, I don't want to get online, see what you can do to try and help them. Find what interests them, you know, was it history, where they lived when they were younger, and show them that online, show them videos on YouTube, and then quickly, very, very, very quickly, they will then become hooked to the internet, and they will start showing you things. So look at what I've found today, I've seen these for you, and that kind of thing. Okay, so try and take something away from that. Okay, that's me, thank you very much.